friends who are no longer with us in the audience might well have had grounds to object again. And I think that in this case they have very considerable reasons for complaint, because there's no question that there has been a backlog in the DBS for the Disclosure and Barring Service in the Met. There is there are vacancies of 20 members of staff. That is unacceptable. I've had conversations with the Deputy Commissioner, Craig Mackey, about this just in the last couple of days, and he's agreed to move officers to help clear the backlog and get this thing really sorted out. One of the factors, obviously, is that there's been a massive increase in the number of DBS applications coming forward, notably from private hire vehicles, and you'll understand the circumstances of a huge increase in people seeking private hire licences and all the rest of it. Still, it's no good if you've got 20 vacancies in the department. They should be getting on and sorting it out.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm very glad to hear you say that. We've had some appalling casework of existing drivers who've applied for their renewals in time, and two of them that I know have been kept out of work for 3 months. We've got people who are absolutely at their wits' end. And it doesn't just affect taxi drivers and private hire drivers. I've actually had a minister that I know personally in Southwark who has been waiting for 18 weeks and has been unable to serve her community. This is a reverend vicar because of this. I'm told that there is a backlog of something like 37,000 applications in London. And this, I'm glad you've recognised the seriousness of it. And it would be good if you could give it #1 priority for sorting this out, because people are being impoverished by this.
I was shocked. I want you to know that I was absolutely shocked when the extent of this was made clear to me. I think it is totally unacceptable, and I've asked the Met to get on. I think I think you can. I personally, I sometimes wonder whether all these DBS checks, the detail that they now have to go through, because they've been ramped up, whether they're as necessary as all that. But we live in an age where there is a great deal of apprehension about sex offenders and all the rest of it, and they've got to be done.
Mr. Mayor, I'm not pleading for deregulation, but we're talking about people who have been operational in their professional roles, some of them for a very long time. The taxi drivers who were here, and they weren't here at our behest, they came, they organised this. They had an international day of protest going on by taxi drivers, and one of the things they issued in their press release this morning, which I got this morning, is that they would like to see a resumption of the issuing of temporary licences to taxi drivers who are existing taxi drivers who are waiting for their DBS check to come through no fault of their own. That used to be the practice within TfL, and it seems, I think they find it, understandably, incredibly unsympathetic of TfL, who've taken away that temporary cover facility in a way that causes the problems. Now, there may be technical issues, but it could be something under the current legislation that you could do to ease the situation for people who are literally running into problems.
Sure. Well, that sounds, frankly, that sounds like an extremely positive idea.
It was one of their proposals.
And I will immediately ask TfL to see if they can issue temporary, or ask them, the Met rather, to see if they can issue
for continuing
temporary DBS licences. But it may be one of those things where TfL needs the Met to give the go-ahead. I think I'll have to get onto that straight away.
As a temporary measure. Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we now please deal with pocket parks from Victoria Warwick?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.